The Old South Church on Federal Street was constructed in 1756 and remains mostly the same today, minus a tall steeple which was hit by lightning. Ideas of the American Revolution were born here, when a group of Newburyport churchwomen refused to drink tea that bore a British tax stamp, a prelude, no doubt, to the later Boston Tea Party. The Reverend Jonathan Parsons organized the first volunteer company to join the new Revolutionary Army. The church remains today as one of the oldest wooden-frame churches still in continuing use in New England.
Sessions, and we are first a very active live church. So, secondly, we have this very valuable treasure in the church building.
We are being afforded a real privilege. Let's climb up to the top of the belfry, through over 250 years of history. Oh my, it's hot in here, about 120 degrees. It's mid-July and there's absolutely no ventilation in this wooden structure.
The original spire is gone. You can, yes. We had an original great big huge spire that was on the top that actually got hurt on lightning. I don't remember what year it was, but it was early or late 1800s, and it hasn't been on since. We did talk about trying to be able to do that, but we just couldn't get the funds to do that as well. So, you know. But that's the level out over the top of the, the ceiling of the church. So that's where that is, okay?
What you see here is the mechanism which used to control the tower clocks. It no longer seems to be functioning. And is this the famous bell?
This is the Paul Revere bell. Yep. The other side will tell you, I think it's 1809. And saying that you don't need to have an instrument. It's you. And so Whitman bought into that.
The view from up here is fantastic. And also, after the 120-degree heat of the bell tower, the cool summer breeze is most appreciated. From here, the viewer can marvel at the beauty of the Merrimack estuary and downtown Newburyport. This is perhaps the best venue to overlook the city.
And the whole steeple itself was actually twisted slightly, so they really did a nice job. So anyway, he comes, he's kind of like the Billy Graham of the day, if you will. He drew thousands and thousands of people who would come to hear him preach. Ben Franklin, who had never become a Christian, who had never joined a church anywhere, actually heard him and was very taken by him, and later in life actually did become a Christian later on, although he never did become a member of any church. But Ben Franklin was very taken with Whitfield. Newburyport, he absolutely loves Newburyport. He's fallen in love with it. He makes frequent stops here. He helped found this church. It was originally up on High Street, a small building, and they outgrew that quickly, and this building was erected. So underneath the pulpit was Reverend Whitfield was placed. He requested that he be buried when he passed away and under the pulpit of this church. So originally he laid over there. When they made the changes, they moved him here. He was a friend of Jonathan Parsons, who was a pastor out in the I think it was beyond Springfield, but out in the western part of Massachusetts. He asked Parsons to come here and to be pastor of this church. Whitfield never was an ordained minister in this church, although he founded it, and he installed his friend Jonathan Parsons as the first pastor.
Newburyport has its share of museums and art galleries. One of the best is the Newburyport Art Association Gallery on Water Street. The building, circa 1795, has been part of the commercial waterfront and now houses 3 galleries that are open year-round to the public. The association sponsors over 40 shows a year. There are things to do in Newburyport for all age groups. Here we see an art class in progress at the YMCA building, sponsored by the Council on Aging.
Start again. This is called the point of no return. Okay? Green. Now that I already got green started.
Okay.
All right. Okay, now add water. Okay, we're on the track. Now add a little yellow ochre. Okay, now you're on the track. Okay, this requires, what we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom here and just go along the edge of the water with the brush. Here we have this group of trees here. So we want to break in between. Oh, your brush.
See, that's another.
Oh no, she broke my brush.
I don't think it's permanently damaged.
That's okay. It's not a problem. Here's another brush in case that one's.
Newburyport has a unique company which is pushing the envelope on going green. The Mark Ritchie Woodworking Company has installed a biomass furnace to heat its plant and a wind turbine to provide for the facility's electricity. This is a very innovative and progressive venture.
It started when we were looking for money for the biomass furnace. We said, geez, we spent a lot of money on this, maybe we can get some help with it. And instead, we found that you couldn't get help for biomass furnaces, but there was a lot of money out there available for wind turbines. So we thought, well, we have the real estate, and it seems kind of windy around here, let's look into that. It's true, I know it seems like we had kind of vision, but that's really how it started. So we looked into it. We spent some some money with some engineers. They did some quick analysis, did some comparative wind study, and said, yeah, this is feasible. And so then we had to go to the town and say, is this something you would do in this town? And we did that. That took about 8 months. And then we had, of course, procure the wind turbine and pull off the construction. The whole process took about 2.5 years.
Let's go outside to see this awesome structure. It is, after all, the first thing that visitors see when they come to Newburyport. Neighbors were originally concerned about the noise the blades would make, but even standing right next to it, I found it to be amazingly quiet. We're back to the Old South Church for a second time in this program. This time we will attend one of the most popular and truly fun events of the annual Newburyport Yankee Homecoming celebration, the famous bed race down Federal Street. Sponsored by the Newburyport Lions Club, the race pits different teams of bed racers with awards given to the winners in front of the old tannery building.
Make sure your kids are up. If they start looking, if the bed sways off to either or left or right, you guys are going to have to get out of the way. So just make sure you're standing up when the beds come down, okay?
Okay. Oh, thanks so far, so good. Thank you. Yeah, we just got here. I just did mine and got them hamburgers and hot dogs.
You're not right up and down this street. We had somebody hit last year. These things traveling about 35 miles an hour. If you don't think they travel slow enough, stand in front of one and find out.
You guys will probably want to stand up to see the beds coming down the street. I told you.